which I can use this. Now, which chamber is this? The right atrium. Now just note that here in the right atrium, this is something I would use to model if I asked this on the big exam.
That heals when you're a baby, right?
Yeah, this is, what is this called? You can refer to the key to the heart diagram. You have that up here. This is not in the new handout. This is in the stuff from last time.
Okay.
Yeah, the fossa ovalis.
That's it.
And what is the rim around it called?
The rim of the fossa.
Yeah, the limbus fossa.
Limbus.
Yeah, limbus means rim. So note that if I want to ask the fossa ovalis or the limbus fossa, I would use this, since it doesn't show in the wet stuff. And then you should know what the embryonic precursor is of this. Correct. Now then, there's this aperture over here. I also can't show this in the, I can't demonstrate this in the wet stuff. What is that aperture over here? Now, it's on the diagram. Again, the diagram's up here from last time. That's the orifice of the...
You say?
Yeah, no. The orifice of the superior vena cava is here.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that for the right or left pulmonary vein?
The orifice of the coronary sinus.
Close.
Now, why couldn't it be any pulmonary veins? They are impossible, because they connect with the left atrium. Okay, so that's about it on what I have to use this model for. Now, you should note the following. I actually asked this in Bio 8, though, my practicals. There is something wrong with this heart model, but there are multiple things wrong with it. Now, some things that are right about it. But what is, let's just I'm gonna pick up Ralph over here and move him over to there. Ralph is comatose right now, so he's unaware of the fact that he's being moved around. Okay, so now, think about what might be wrong with this model. It necessitates that you look here and there. This is a frontal section of the heart, so you have to realize that that goes with that. So there are also things wrong here.
The valves.
Well, if you look at the heart, you'll note that the valves are quadricuspid. This is the tricuspid valve over here, and there's the rest of it. And if you look at both sides, you'll see that there's an anterior cusp, medial and lateral cusps, and a posterior one as well. There's 4 cusps. That's one too many. And then, in fact, both valves are quadricuspid. They both have 4 cusps. So that's a mistake on this model.
What has 4 cusps?
Both the left and right AV valves are shown with 4 cusps. Yeah, so
That's a good question.
that's an inaccuracy in the model. I asked that as a what is wrong with this model question on a Bio 8 practical. And then what else? The papillary muscles on the right side, in reality, are much smaller than the ones on the left side. So they've almost flipped it. These are at least as big as those. In fact, they look a little larger. That's a mistake. That's a mistake as well. And the chordae tendinii are much thinner on the right side than they are on the left side.
So like everything is wrong.
Yeah, the proportions are incorrect for the papillary muscles.
So are you going to use that on the test?
So, well, I'm going to ask tricuspid and bicuspid valves on the actual heart.
Oh.
I could, in fact, ask the what's wrong with this model question, but I already asked that in Bio 8, so I don't know if I want to ask it here as well. But the trabeculi carnii look very nice, except that I'm not asking them on a model. I'm going to ask them in reality because I've got some good heart specimens that show them.
So the only ones you get to ask is that one, and what else?
The fossa ovalis and the limbus fossa.
Okay.
And the orifice of the coronary sinus. The fossa ovalis and the limbus fossa.
Either one or and?
Well, they go together. So if I ask the fossa ovalis for A, I could ask the limbus fossa for B.
Limbus is the rim.
That's right.
Oh.
Or if I ask the phosphovalves for A, I could ask, what is the embryonic precursor for B?
Foraminal valley.
Foraminal valley.
Of the heart, yeah. And then I could ask the orifice of the coronary sinus. There's another one. Okay. Now, of course, this may, this is not the one. We got another one of these where it says patent pending over here. That's too bad because it just short-circuited the joke that I wanted to tell. Yeah, because the mistakes could be deliberate proprietary errors, for patenting processes. Because if you get a Hagstrom atlas, somewhere in the atlas, they put in some mistakes, a little road that doesn't exist, or something like that. So if somebody photocopies of it, they can prove in court that this was an attempt made to rip them off, because there's that little road that doesn't exist in reality, and things like that. So you could say that they may want to have done that. They put in quadricuspid valves, it's a proprietary error. But I don't think that's the actual explanation.